opinion. Many Celtic fans will be already fearing that attacker Marian Shved will do well for the club after Myron Markevych fired a rather blunt warning in the player's direction. The Hoops signed the 21-year-old winger in January before instantly loaning him back to Ukrainian side Karpaty, and it seems not everything is going overly well for the player. Shved may have scored 3 goals in his last 2 outings, though all 3 came against Vorskla. It hasn't been enough to improve Markevych's opinion of him. The 68-year-old boss, who previously managed Ukraine, claimed that the 21-year-old needed to be more consistent and accused him of going missing in games despite having an impressive skill set. Markevych also suggested that the defensive side of Shved's game wasn't up to scratch and that at a team like Celtic he would need to be at his best at all times. He has to be more consistent. He plays one game where he is really good and then you don't see him for the next 2 matches, said Markevych, as quoted by the Scottish Sun. If he wants to play at the top level, he has to be more consistent. I never know what to expect from him. When he's very good, he is unplayable. But sometimes he needs to wake up. He will show all the capabilities he has got and then disappear. Marian is already a Celtic player and he had better learn quickly that in British football, you are expected to attack and especially defend in his position. He's proved he has what it takes, but he needs to do more work on his game. Celtic are a big club and he will need to be at his best there all the time. While it's reassuring that Markevych believes Shved has the tools to be unplayable on his day, the rest of his verdict is less than reassuring. It's hard for a player to become consistent as it's not something you can work on at the training ground, and if he is struggling in Ukraine's top division, then how he is going to cope in Scotland, as you could argue it could be more demanding in several ways. One of these factors being the fact that Shved is going to have to deal with settling into life in Scotland on top of trying to impress on the field. When you consider that Celtic didn't really seem in dire need of a new winger when they signed Shved, and Markevych's less than reassuring verdict of him, surely many Hoops fans will be fearing that it won't work out for him at their club.